What would happen if China and Taiwan went to war? An unsettling question indeed, but one that's been looming on the horizon of global politics. It's a puzzle of power and pride, of history and identity, a dispute that's been brewing for decades, not just between two nations, but on the world stage. How far can this go? How will the world respond? And is there a way out? Stay tuned as we delve into the historical and geopolitical complexities of the China-Taiwan dispute. To understand the root of the China-Taiwan conflict, we need to take a step back into history. The seeds of this contentious relationship were sown during the tumultuous era of the Chinese Civil War. This was a time when China was torn between two political forces, the Communist Party, led by Mao Zedong, and the Kuomintang, under the leadership of Chiang Kai-shek. The war, which lasted from 1927 to 1949, was marked by a relentless struggle for political supremacy. The Communist Party eventually emerged victorious on the mainland, leading to the establishment of the People's Republic of China. The defeated Kuomintang, refusing to accept defeat, retreated to the island of Taiwan, where they declared themselves the rightful rulers of China. This retreat marked the beginning of a peculiar political situation. Two governments, each claiming to be the legitimate representative of China, existed simultaneously. The People's Republic of China, with its seat in Beijing, was recognized by the majority of the global community. On the other hand, the Republic of China, based in Taiwan, was acknowledged by a small but significant number of countries. The Kuomintang maintained a rigid policy of one China, asserting that they were the only legitimate government of China and that Taiwan was a part of it. The People's Republic of China echoed this one China policy, insisting that Taiwan was an integral part of its territory. Over time, the Kuomintang gradually democratized Taiwan, transforming it into a vibrant democracy. However, the question of Taiwanese identity and its relationship with China remained a contentious issue. Many Taiwanese began to see themselves as distinct from mainland China, fueling desires for formal independence. This transition in Taiwan's political landscape further complicated its relationship with the People's Republic of China. Beijing viewed any move towards Taiwanese independence as a threat to its sovereignty and territorial integrity, thereby escalating tensions between the two sides. With this historical backdrop, the stage was set for a dispute that continues to this day. Fast forward to the present day, the China-Taiwan dispute has escalated and evolved. What started as a civil war decades ago has now morphed into a complex political conundrum involving international diplomacy, national pride, and strategic interests. At the heart of the dispute is the One China policy, a diplomatic acknowledgement by countries that there is only one China, which includes Taiwan. However, Taiwan, a vibrant democracy, yearns for international recognition as a separate entity. Its advances in various sectors like technology and healthcare have further bolstered its claim to sovereignty. The island nation has been striving to carve out its own identity on the global stage, much to the chagrin of China. China, on the other hand, hasn't taken kindly to Taiwan's aspirations. Beijing views Taiwan as a renegade province that must be brought back under its control, by force if necessary. This stance has led to an increase in military exercises around the Taiwan Strait, creating a tense atmosphere in the region. And then there's the role of the United States. The U.S. has historically been a crucial player in this dispute, primarily through its unofficial relationship with Taiwan. While the U.S. formally recognizes the One China policy, it also maintains significant economic, political, and security interests in Taiwan. The U.S. has sold billions of dollars worth of arms to Taiwan, a move that has invariably drawn the ire of China. The U.S. support for Taiwan is seen as a part of its broader strategy to counter China's growing influence in the region. This delicate balancing act, however, has only added fuel to the fire. It has made the China-Taiwan dispute not just a regional issue, but a global one, with potential implications for international peace and security. In this intricate geopolitical puzzle, there are no easy answers. The interplay of national identities, global power dynamics, and strategic interests has only complicated matters. As the tension continues to mount, the disturbing possibility of a military confrontation looms large. The stakes are high and the world watches with bated breath. As this saga unfolds, the role of the United States and the international community cannot be understated. The United States has long played a pivotal role in the China-Taiwan dispute. In a delicate dance of diplomacy, the U.S. has maintained a policy of strategic ambiguity. This means, While the US does not directly support Taiwan's independence, it doesn't oppose it either. Instead, it emphasizes peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. It's a tightrope walk, balancing between the commitment to democratic Taiwan and the powerful People's Republic of China. The US's support for Taiwan is multifaceted. It ranges from arms sales to ensure Taiwan's self-defense capabilities to advocating for Taiwan's participation in international organizations. This support, while not an explicit security guarantee, serves as a deterrent against aggression. But this ambiguity also carries a potential risk of conflict. Misinterpretations or miscalculations could ignite a spark in the already heated relations between China and Taiwan. It's a high-stakes game of chess, with the peace and stability of the region hanging in the balance. Let's not forget about the rest of the world. The international community largely adheres to a one-China policy, recognizing the People's Republic of China as the only legitimate representative of China. However, this recognition doesn't translate into support for China's claims over Taiwan. Many countries maintain unofficial relations with Taiwan, realizing its importance as a major global player in technology and trade. The world watches with bated breath as tensions rise. The stakes are high, and the implications of this dispute extend far beyond the shores of the Taiwan Strait. In an interconnected world, conflict in one region can send ripples across the globe, affecting economies, alliances, and the balance of power. So the international community must tread carefully, balancing its relations with China and Taiwan, advocating for peaceful resolution while respecting the aspirations of the Taiwanese people. It's a delicate task, requiring a deft hand and an unwavering commitment to peace and stability. The actions of the US and the world could very well determine the future of this dispute. So, what are the possible resolutions to this complex issue? Let's delve into the potential outcomes, each with its unique set of implications. The first possibility is peaceful reunification. This would entail Taiwan and mainland China joining to form a single country under one government. It's an ideal scenario for many, as it would eliminate the risk of military conflict. However, the question remains, under whose terms would this reunification occur? Would Taiwan be willing to give up its democracy to become part of a communist government? Another potential resolution is Taiwan's complete independence. While Taiwan already operates as a separate political entity, it is not universally recognized as an independent nation. A formal declaration of independence would solidify Taiwan's sovereignty. Yet, this could provoke a forceful response from mainland China, potentially escalating into a military conflict. Not to mention, it could also strain Taiwan's relations with other countries that maintain strong ties with China. Finally, there's the option of maintaining the status quo. This means Taiwan would continue to operate as a de facto independent nation without seeking formal recognition. This scenario has its benefits. It avoids potential military conflict and keeps the peace. However, it also leaves Taiwan in a state of political limbo, with its international status remaining ambiguous. Each of these potential resolutions to the China-Taiwan dispute carries its own set of challenges and consequences. Peaceful reunification would require a significant compromise from both sides. Independence for Taiwan could lead to military conflict and strained international relations. The status quo, while seemingly peaceful, leaves Taiwan in a precarious position. Moreover, the role of the United States and the international community cannot be underestimated. Their stance and involvement could greatly influence the course of this dispute. Will they support Taiwan's independence, advocate for peaceful reunification, or favor maintaining the status quo? The path to resolution is uncertain and filled with obstacles. Indeed, navigating this geopolitical issue is no easy task. It requires careful diplomacy, strategic negotiation, and a deep understanding of the historical, political, and cultural complexities that underpin the China-Taiwan dispute. Let's revisit the key points we've discussed in this video. We began by delving into the historical context of the China-Taiwan dispute, highlighting the complex political and cultural history that has shaped the relationship between these two entities. We learned that the roots of this conflict lie deep in the past, with the Chinese Civil War, and have been fueled by differing ideologies and visions of national identity. Then we examined the current dispute, which is characterized by a tense and precarious balance of power. We saw how Taiwan's push for international recognition and China's assertion of its One China principle continue to fuel the discord. We also explored the role of the United States and the world in this dispute. The United States' commitment to Taiwan's defense, along with increasing global concern about China's assertiveness, have made this a matter of international significance. We also took note of the delicate diplomacy required to manage these tensions without escalating into a larger conflict. We then ventured into the realm of possible resolutions, acknowledging that while a peaceful resolution is desirable, the path to it is fraught with challenges. The options range from peaceful coexistence to reunification, but each carries its own set of complexities and potential repercussions. The future of the China-Taiwan dispute remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the world will be watching.